Hi friends. So today we are going to discuss about one important topic on RHCL. That is how we can manage permission, access control list, how we can grant permission for specific files and folder, how we can grant the permission to group users and all that we are going to discuss about. So let us continue our discussion on that. So we are going to discuss about the access control list. Access control provides an additional, more flexible permission mechanism for file systems. So using ACL, we can isolate and grant only the permission to specific user rights to specific folders and files. We can have a complete control on files and folder, so only the owner can provide and set the permission for that particular files and folders. Others users only can see the permission, who is having the permission. So set FACL and get FACL is the two commands through which we can manage the entire sets of permissions. So we can see how we can add the permissions, how we can grant the permission to group, how we can allow all the files and directories to inherit ACC entries from the directory. You can see set FACL-DM can give the entire sets of directories permission to a specific user, and we can revoke the permission as well. And we can also remove all entries and set it to default permission that using that method, so that we will see like how we can grant the permission to all the users and directories, and how we can set all those things that we are going to we have a nice implementation on this. And we can see how we can modify the ACL permission. We can allow all files and directory to inherit ACL entries from directory within. So we can copy the files of sets of files for that. Chmod is giving read write execute permission, but it's not giving so much flexibility like whatever set FACL and get FACL is providing in Red Hat Linux. So we will see how you can set the copy. If file one is having a specific sets of read and writes, we can inherit the ACL entire permission for one sets of group or files and set to others. That we can do that. And we can view the basics of what exactly the users group others, and how it have like we implemented ACL support on Linux file systems. We can access ACLs, we can set it to default, we can do it for directory, we can grant the permission to user groups and all. So that is the small system that actually I'm going to discuss. So let us have some implementation on this. So uh, we will see. So before checking, we can see that whether the ACL permission is allowed to that group or not. So before implementing that ACL, we need to check whether that ACL is allowed on our server or not. So what we can do, we can check the boot config file, and we can see that ACL is allowed. So now we will also check whether that NFS for ACL tools is installed on server or not. If it is installed, no need to install. It will confirm that it's already installed. The dependency will also get resolved. See, it's already installed. All the packages is already installed, so no need to install the particular tools. So now, what exactly we are going to do? I am. We will check the. We are going to create one directory, and we will see the default permission for that directory. You see that owner has created root permission and group is the root. Other user can only read from that directory. So if I will log in via other user, I will check my permission for that directory. You can see root is a permission, other user only can read. They cannot do any other thing. We have created a files for that. We have created a files. Now, what exactly I want to show it here, I will create some users over here and we'll see how we can access. So I already shown you the permissions for that particular file. Let us create another directory over here. I will create one directory. Directory is already exist. So let us remove that directory and we will recreate it. I created and I will check the permission of that directory. So the default is 1, and if other user try to check, the other user is having only read and execute permissions, and group and honor is root. See, the permission is denied is coming because that user doesn't have any kind of permission. They can only list the file. They cannot do any kind of work until unless permission granted by the owner. So now we will set some permission for that directory. So I'm granting the permission to others as well. And what exactly I'm granting, I can grant read, write, execute permission to others as well. And if you will see, permission denied, other other user, the other user only can having the read, write, execute permission for that page. They can create file, permission denied. So we have to set the permissions. If you can see, if you can see the permissions here, other user is having the permission read execute. We have given to other default, but ukumar, the user is doesn't having the permission. So what exactly we will do? We will grant the permission to user. Now, if user try to access that, see, he's able to do that because now the ukumar is having the permissions. So we can grant the permission for that particular specific directory user to any user group, anyone. So we will see how we can do that. What exactly I'm going to do, I'm going to create some sets of users here and we will grant the permission to. So here you can see right now, if you will see get FACL TMP TEST user Ukumar got the access, and if I want to set it to default grant the permission using X, what exactly we are going to do, we are trying to make it to default level, so that we will see what exactly the permissions for that particular default level. If I want to set it to default level, we can also do that. We have to use -b. So using -b, we can set it to default level. So here we have given the permission for that particular user, and I am just setting it to default level. Set -b. Now if you can see, for that directory, it again go back to the default level. So -b will set it to default level for that particular permission, whatever was there earlier. So now we will create some users and groups, and we will see how we can add those users. So I'm going to create some user here right now. I'm going to create one user segment one. If the home directory exists, you should delete that particular user now. So now I will create the user add segment one, segment two. Just we need to delete if it is already there. So better what we can do, we will create two user one is also exist. So I want to set for new user two. So two user we have created, and new user three also we will create. And what exactly I'm trying to show you, I want to create some groups as well. So I created group as well. So what exactly I will do, I will assign this uh, user to that particular specific group. And user 3, I will assign it to staff group. So now my all users has been assigned. Two users I put it in ACL, other staff group has been assigned to user 3. So now what exactly I want to show here, I will create one directory. I will create one directory over here, segment one. And I will give the ownership of this directory to new user 1. So if you can see here, right now, new user 1 is the owner of document 1 directory. Now, if you will see get FACL for document, right now, owner is new user 1. Other users and groups doesn't have the access for this directory. So what exactly we will do? We will log in as a document, because document 1 we will log in as a new user 1, and I will create I will go inside document, because new user 1 is the owner of that directory. They can create anything. Examples, I created a directory over here, and I will create some folder files. So here you, and I will copy some files, f1, f2, two examples. So now you can see that new user 1 is the complete having ownership of that directory. Now if new user 2 doesn't have anything, if you can see the get facl statement, only new user 1 is having the honor and the other user doesn't have the rights. So if other user try to access this, they cannot do anything on that. If I will try to access this directory, I cannot do anything except reading. If I will try to access F1, warning, changing a read-only file will come. So how we can grant the permission to other users? That we will see here. So I'm going inside the directory and I will set some permission for new user 2. What exactly I will do? I will give the permission to for directory right now. So I will give the permission for directory new user 2. So here what exactly I am going to do, I am giving to new user 2 for read write execute permission to example directory. cd tech mint, no such file or directory. So what is the path of that? S is missing. So now if you will see uh, at mint 1, new user owner and examples. New user 2 is having the read and write execute permission for this examples directory. They can do any kind of operation over here, but they cannot do any other things. That means they don't have any kind of permission except these folders. They can only read other things. So if I want to give permission for others files, we can see here user 2 is having the permission on examples. What exactly is having the permissions exactly, and apart from that, F1 is also having the permissions. So now if we will see here, user 1, user 2, examples, inside examples F1 is having the access, not examples F1 is having the permission for. Now if I want to give the permission for technique F1 also, we can provide that. Not set FACL, I want to give for F1. So now he's also having the permission. So now what exactly we will do, I will try to log in via user 2 and cd, and since I have the permission on cd examples, I can list, I can create files, and but if I will try to do the same thing here, I don't have the permission. I have the permission only inside examples, and user 2 is having the permission to touch F1. He can do that. So a specific files and folders we have given the permission, and we can segregate that users and rights. So now we have the idea like how we can grant the permission for users and rights. So let us do something more here. What exactly I am going to do, we have also created one more user, new user 3. So new user 3 doesn't have any permission of that directory, and so new user 3 doesn't have the permission of anything. So how we can grant the permission to user? So here if you can see, so if I will do for each and every user, it will take a lot of time. So we have a set of groups. What exactly I want to show, the inherit property. If I will try to get FACL tech, new user 1 is a owner, and inside get FACL examples, new user 2 is having the rights for this right. But if I want to user 3 doesn't have the rights, right? So what exactly I just wanted to show here, if get FACL is giving the permission, and if I will, since user is the owner of that permission, user 1 is the owner, so he can grant the permission to user 3. So what exactly he can do? Get FACL access, and we wanted to retrieve the permission for examples, and we wanted to set the permission for other directory. That means one examples, and we wanted to set the permission for that user. Let us suppose right now you can see here we have one directory in which ACL is set. If I will create another directory, examples 2, here we don't have the ACL. Here we have ACL have been set. Other we don't have the ACL for this one. So we can do one thing. If you want to provide the permission for examples, whatever the permission examples is having, the same permission I wanted to set for examples 2. Is a directory examples 2. So we have to see here. We have a 2 directories over here. I wanted to copy the permission of that particular directory. So you can see that I just provided the access for examples. Right now you can see I wanted to give the permission to same permission for whatever the permissions get FACL will do. For examples, you can see right now new user 2 is having the permissions. Now if I will do for 2, the same permission is there for new user 2 for the same directory. So I just copied the permission for examples, and whenever we create a new directory, now you can see user 2, both these directory having the same permission. Both the directories having the same permissions and same thing is there. So now if we wanted to provide some additional permission to for new user 3 also, that we can also do that. So what exactly I'm going to do, I'm going granting the permission for 3. For examples, segment 1, so now if you will see, new now 2 user is having the access for examples, and if you will see still 2 is having only one permission, only one user is having access. So similarly we can uh, grant the permission, we can set the permission, we can revoke the permissions using FACL. It's really very easy to manage files and folders, and if I want to make it as default permission, right now you can see I want to revoke. So I want to revoke the permission for 2 also. We can do that, and you can see the plus sign has gone for this one, but inside it is there because inside there is another folders, but here the inside nothing is there. So this is the way we can manage files and permissions of users directories and all. And I gone through all these things, and we had discussion on permission on all those operations, whatever we did today. I hope this information is useful. So I'm closing this session right now, and hope this session is really information for all. Thanks for watching.